And now we are live. Hello and welcome to today's Tmi Show. And with me, as always, I have my co-host, that sounded, woohoo, co-host, Amiga Nuts. Woo! Hi, Amiga. And the topic wheel master, eoSam.
Morning, afternoon, good evening.
And our guests today are Microraptor.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Microraptor.
And the lovely Julie.
Aw, hey everybody.
So, how is everyone doing?
I'm optimistically stressed, which might just be my new tagline. I don't know, because it seems to be a constant state of being at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything will be fine, I think, at some point.
At some point in the future, everything will be fine.
Yeah, I have to think that right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fine. I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind me, I'm just typing in the chat. On my other screen.
Well, I'm doing good. I wasn't doing so hot earlier, but now I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I'm ready.
Who?
The wheel master.
Yay. So, should we start with the wheel?
Well, I have an idea.
Hey, whoa.
Whoa,
Oh.
what?
Whoa, we got to learn about Julie and Microraptor first, don't we? Like, don't they have to do like a little spiel?
Yeah, let them introduce themselves.
Okay.
A little more.
You go ahead, Amiga Nuts, then.
I'm the guy who spams everybody's live chats with links.
And we appreciate it.
And they thank me.
Yay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's it. I'm done. Next.
Oh, I'm eoSam from the eoSam YouTube channel, which is a graphics channel that focuses on the free raster editing program GIMP. And if you're interested in that, just check out my channel. I also have a website called gimpchat.com where you can go and register to become a member and learn from all the people on the site. It's very friendly. It's a good place to be. And I do work for free.
Yes. You
So
did
if you
my...
That's right. I did
everything.
I did some intros and for Tmi Show, which is what we're doing now. And I did an intro for Santi the Sane. And I did a couple other things for a couple of other people. My latest project was with actually T Jump. If anyone knows who that is, I did some work for T Jump. I haven't seen it yet, but that's still something that I can look forward to in the future. And that's what I do.
Cool.
Next.
I'm Microraptor. I'm also mostly in the chat and sometimes on live streams. And I don't really. I post videos sometimes. I don't have that many yet, and I don't do it so very regularly. Yeah.
I'm Julie. I do the Wine and Reason YouTube channel, and Oh gosh, sorry. All I can think about is life stuff right now because there's a lot of life stuff. So I'm just gonna back up really quickly. Oh, hey, okay, I can focus. I'm going to be on Sit Down with the Bunkers on Sunday, the 11th, and because some misogyny is happening, as always, and so we got to talk about. So we're going to talk about that, and I might. I think I'm supposed to be on Purple Rhymes with Orange's show as well, but I'm not sure if the two conflict. So we'll try and work it out. A junk shop or both of us will be on Purple Rhymes with Orange on Sunday. We're gonna figure it out.
All right.
Yeah. Can we spin the wheel now, amiga?
I'm
Well,
not
I have control of the wheel.
Yeah.
I lost control.
I don't know why I
Yes.
Control.
Oh no.
I have assumed control. I keep pointing my finger and I don't know why.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Hey, don't point that thing at me.
Uh,
Oh,
what
I
thing?
apologize.
That thing?
But I had an idea.
Uh-oh.
Now we can go with the topics we have here for to just keep things simple, or we can have our panel, which is us guys, and the chat come up with topics. But this is an idea that maybe we can do in the future or later on, which is the future too. But yeah, that's one of the ideas. I also had an idea for us like a speed round where we just spin the wheel at certain intervals and just go from there. And then another idea was to have one like an adult or rated X kind of risque wheel.
I could go with slightly blue to risque. I don't know if I'd want to go triple X.
Isn't
yeah.
it just the good sex, bad sex thing?
Yeah,
Good,
then that
bad.
would be
Oh
like,
yeah, there is. Yeah.
that would be like two topics: good, bad. Name a sex act, spin the wheel, and if it goes on good, it goes on bad. Anyway, those are just ideas that I'm throwing.
You
out.
want to see me blush to my ears? That's your plan. I get it.
Sure, yeah, why not? I'm a blusher too.
Yeah, but
I blush too.
whenever I talk about sex on my channel, I blush a lot, and it's weird. I find it weird because I didn't think I had a lot of hangups, but yeah.
Well, I did see your episode about.
Oh God, yeah, I know the one you mean.
There was I saw that episode.
That episode has been watched more than any other episode on my channel. I'm like, okay, apparently all you have to do is talk about sex, and people will watch it.
I wonder why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sex sells and all that.
There's
Sex.
that.
Yep. All you need is
All right.
puppies and kittens, and you're set.
That too. They're helpful.
Yep.
Anyway, if you want to go, and I'll spin the wheel, and we can start from there, if that's okay.
I concur.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Here we go. Anybody have any guesses as to what it might land on?
Nope. There are too
Nope.
many possibilities.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
What's the sound of
Yeah.
it? Breads.
Breads.
Hey.
Mm.
I like bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Uh,
black.
I'm partial to a baguette. like
Oh,
toasted in the oven and then red wine with it.
Yeah.
That's lovely. I like that a lot. It's
I
not good for my
have,
waistline, but I like it.
with some
I
brie.
have, I have a joke about bread, but it kind of requires that you know a little bit of French. Um, that
Je parle français en bête.
that French people are very kinky because a lot of them like bread, and then that pan.
Pan.
A lot of them
Oui.
like pan. I told it wrong, but
Nice.
yeah,
Very
good.
nice. I like it.
It's better in text, so I don't have to. Should I say it as pain or pan?
I learned pain, but I also learned French from my
No, I
friend's
mean
teacher in
pain as
college
in the
was from the
English.
south of France, so I don't know if there's a different.
No, I mean pain as in the English word.
Oh yeah, pain is
Yeah.
the English word for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're right. I'm sorry for the purposes of the joke. Yes, say pain.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
because the funniest jokes are the ones that I over explain. I'm sorry. Kind of. Hopefully, everyone got a laugh in before I did that.
Well, you know what's funny? I used to make all my own breads because
Nice.
I love the hands-on aspect of making bread and the smells involved, and I get to know what's going in my bread.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, my doctor says, "Oh, your blood test comes back, and it seems as though you're pre-diabetic." I'm like, "What?" They said, "Yeah, they want me to go on a low carb diet. They want me to stop eating bread, pasta, and sugars, and that kind of stuff." And I'm like, "Well, I've been on a keto diet for the past year and a half. I stopped eating bread, stopped eating pasta, stopped eating sugars." And they're like, okay. So I don't know what's going on there.
Do you have any relatives who have had diabetes, like close
No,
relatives?
no.
Okay, I was gonna say it sounds like you have a genetic. I'm not a doctor. It's just it runs in my family, so it sounds like you have a genetic propensity for it. But given that your diet is perfect, and for that, and you shouldn't. It's weird that you're still testing pre-diabetic. That's
Well,
weird.
this is right. That's what I was saying. This is the first time I've ever tested in this manner. But I'm thinking I usually you have to fast before you get a blood test. It's, I think, customarily 12 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
I think I didn't fulfill that requirement, and my blood
Oh.
test, right, so the blood test isn't exactly accurate,
Mm-hmm.
but then I
Yeah.
was told,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
it could affect the results of the blood test if you're not haven't fasted for the appropriate amount of hours. But what I was told by my cardiologist was that the blood test will test between a range of like a month's span of time. Now, I don't know how they can do that from a simple blood sample, but that's what I was told. So I'm guessing maybe I am pre-diabetic, but I'm taking steps toward eliminating that, But
Yeah.
that's the connection with bread.
Sounds
Yeah.
like you can avoid it at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
I
hope
used
we
to make,
can. My brother
Yeah.
has type 2, and it's no fun. And
Yeah.
he lost 100 pounds trying not to be like, because he tested pre-diabetic, and he lost 100 pounds trying to not become
Wow.
diabetic, and became diabetic anyway. And it was very discouraging. Like,
well, I as well lost I lost over 50 pounds.
oh, well done.
Yeah. I used to weigh about 250 or more, and now I'm down to 190.
Nice.
Yeah, but this was over a very long period of time.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
slow progression.
No, that's the best way. It's dangerous to lose too much too fast, and
Yeah.
you won't keep it off if you do that. So that's good.
Yeah.
Right, and I didn't even notice it until one day my pants weren't fitting. They were too loose. My clothing was too loose, and I was like, I guess I must have lost weight.
Yeah. I could do without bread, but I love pasta, so that would be hard for me to. That's one of my favorite things. So yeah.
Yeah, mine too.
Well, I used to make this wonderful Dutch oven bread.
Mine 3.
What?
Amiga said my 3? What the, me 3?
Mine three. After you said mine too.
Yeah.
Oh, me 3.
Mm.
I love pasta and breads. I really do, but it's the sugars involved. When you eat that stuff, it turns into glucose. It's but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I guess
So
Jen's
anyway.
show's over now. Everybody's coming in.
I've heard that American bread has a lot of sugar in it. That it.
American bread has so much sugar in it that by European standards, it's not bread, it's dessert. I learned
Yeah.
that yesterday.
Okay.
I'm not even kidding.
Oh.
Like
Wow.
just our bread, it's horrible. I mean, unless you're buying the
Wow.
specialty bread or like bread from a bakery or or one of the really nice darker breads. But yeah, like it's
Yeah.
American white bread is sugar. It's just sugar.
Wow.
yeah, it's a shame.
And like it is, and like like anyone in anyway, nope, I'm gonna stop there.
Corn syrup rules.
Corn syrup.
American diet.
No,
Corn
honey.
syrup was for fattening up cattle, and now they're using it to fatten up us. It's in everything. It's almost impossible to get away from it.
That almost sounds like a conspiracy.
Well, I don't think they're going to try and eat us.
How do you know?
No, it's just that corn syrup is cheaper than cane sugar. It's cheaper to produce because we can grow so much corn here. And also the corn syrup lobby, this is all common knowledge, the corn syrup lobby has it they have to put that corn syrup they have to put corn syrup in the ingredients, but they don't have to list it as a sugar, which it is. It's just high fructose corn syrup is a sugar.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I used to make breads without sugar. Didn't need sugar. All you needed was flour, yeast, and water and salt. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here in Denmark, we don't put sugar in our bread. Sugar is for
Nope.
cake.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if you're proofing, say you're proofing the yeast, you may have to put in a small amount of sugar, but a very minuscule amount, just to give the yeast something to eat.
Oh,
Yeah, we when I made bread at a restaurant, we had to add sugar for that reason, and then you had to leave the loaves to rise, and then come back and
Right.
bake them later. Yeah.
But here in the States, in the U.S., it's all sugar based. Everything mainly. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right, let's
next.
spin that wheel and get away from diabetes.
Next, here we go. Odd jobs.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
Any of you guys ever have? Any guys ever have an odd job?
I mean, I used to babysit for money. That's kind of an odd job, right? When you're a kid, before you can legally work anywhere.
No, not
But
too odd.
not really.
Almost
Not-
typical.
Yeah, it's very typical. Yeah.
I had a lot of odd jobs in the service when I was in the Army. And one of them was cleaning out there's this pit in the back end of the mess hall, which is where they cook, and serve you food. And there's this pit. That's connected to the grills where they cook all the eggs in the morning and they make all the pancakes and they cook all the burgers in the afternoon and they cook all the steaks at night. And all the grease runs down this channel into this pit and it fills the pit. And I had to go and clean that out, but they give you a spoon, like a big spoon, and a bucket. The pit is about 3 feet deep by about 3 feet wide, and it's filled with grease to the top. And I had to spoon it out and fill the bucket, and then go outside and put it in another larger container. And that took me about 6 hours to do. And I was fighting the dry heaves the whole time because
Oh God.
there were cockroaches running around,
Oh, gee.
Ooh.
rats and mice running around. But to top it off, once it was empty, I had to clean it. I had to actually go in it and clean it myself with soap and water and bleach. Very odd job.
Never again, says Geo. That's not an odd job. That's an awful job.
Awfully odd job.
That could go on that show, The Dirtiest Jobs, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
I was fighting not throwing up. It was just so
I imagine. Ugh.
I've had a slightly unusual job that was a lot more pleasant than that job. At an aquarium, like a zoo, but marine animals, in my hometown. And yeah, I love biology, so that was really fun.
That would be cool.
That
Nice.
sounds like an awesome job.
Yeah,
Really?
right.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
See my fishies. Oh, you can see my fishies. Swimming
I can see them.
around.
Nice.
My jobs. When I first got my pilot's license, I used to deliver packages in a 4-seater airplane around the Northeast
Right on.
and drop off, 1 or 2 people at a time. Going to concerts and crazy stuff like that. That was a fun job. That was rather odd.
Oh yeah. Yeah, not something people do normally.
No.
That's for sure.
Although I did have a job once where I used to clean out the basements of an apartment complex.
Mm.
When people would leave stuff behind,
Mm-hmm.
or when the plumbing would break.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
I figured that was going there.
Clean that out.
I live in a area with a high water table. That's bad. To the point where most people don't have basements here.
Yeah. No basements here in Arizona.
Oh,
Why
Godless
not?
Sewing says the most odd job I've had is cigarette monitor at a mental hospital.
Oh, there's like a whole book there.
Really?
But
One
what is
for
a cigarette
you, one
monitor?
for you. Hi, dog.
I guess it's when people they can't just give them a whole pack of cigarettes and say
Yeah.
go to town. They have to distribute them.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I was visiting someone in a facility once, and there was a smoking area, but an orderly had to accompany us to go outside, and so that we could go outside and smoke. And so maybe it was that. It might have been like
Okay,
that.
maybe.
Yeah, probably. Shall we spin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Favorite
Oh, this
book.
is so hard.
Favorite
Yeah,
Ooh.
for me too.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with the book I've. Man. Okay, this is really hard, but I'll go with the one I've reread the most. So that would have to be Watership Down. I think I reread that once a year for like 6 years running or something.
Yeah. I
It's a gruesome book.
It's about bunnies. But yes, there's a lot that's gruesome in that book too. But I love it.
yeah. I don't really like. I love to read, but I don't know which one is my favorite. But um, I I I was a huge Harry Potter nerd when I was a kid and a teenager, and now it's sort of yeah. I have a lot of fond memories about that. But then, of course, J.K. Rowling has said a bunch of transphobic shit, and yeah, now it's a bit sour.
You know how I think about that, Micro Raptor? I don't know if this will help you, but you can separate the artist from their art. Um,
Yeah,
it's kind of like Lewis Carroll, for example. Like I love Alice in Wonderland, great book,
yeah,
and Alice Through the Looking Glass, great book, great poems in there. I can recite Jabberwocky from memory. Lewis Carroll was most likely a pedophile.
okay.
So I don't have to love him as a person or, even respect him as a person but I can still read his books and things and
Yeah,
enjoy them.
of course, you can obviously read Harry Potter and you don't think like this person is obviously a transphobe. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you can ignore that.
Yeah. And I will say if I get any more Harry Potter anything, I will buy it secondhand so that at least
Okay,
the money's not going to her because I'm angry
yeah,
with her as well.
yeah. So I wouldn't judge you if you were to buy it not second hand but first hand. Like, it's your own decision to do what you want.
Yeah.
Think of it this way: how many people around the world would say that the Bible or the Quran is their favorite book?
Hmm.
Ones who haven't read them.
Yeah,
Honestly, I mean, yeah, it's like when Trump said, "Never mind, I didn't mean to
yeah.
say
It's,
Go ahead, go
it's
there.
even
that."
Go
better
I'm
there.
than
kidding. No, it's
Yes.
good.
it's even better than on the art of the deal apparently.
Oh God, which he also didn't write. That was ghostwritten.
Yeah, of
Oh
course it was because he's not a writer,
no,
but he has to say that it's perfect.
uh huh. Anyway, sorry I brought that name up, guys. It's
Well,
been a rough enough week politically over here. I'll stop.
well, my favorite book one is, I guess, a series of books. Chronicles of Amber was something I read when I was in my 20s, by Roger Zelazny, I believe his name is.
That sounds really cool. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, Chronicles of Amber.
Thank you.
Mm.
I have never heard that one.
Roger Zelazny, yes, not Zelazny. Zelazny.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Oh, you know another really good one? Uh Kazantzakis, The Last Temptation of Christ. Especially if you're old enough to have been around when the film came out and people were protesting it and saying you'll go to hell if you see this movie. And it's actually, there's nothing anti Christian in the movie at all. It's absolutely fine. Yeah. Yeah. So if you, yeah. So, but people who hadn't seen it just they just heard that title and freaked out. And the guy that wrote it is Greek Orthodox. He, comes from the Greek Orthodox religion. So it's just it's one of the biggest biggest misnomers of it's just funny to me because I remember people protesting in my hometown over this movie.
Wow.
It's fine. It's actually a really good film.
Someone getting their whole idea of what something is about just from like a headline.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's literally you can't judge a book by its cover. They didn't like the title. They thought the title had to be blasphemous in some way, and they refused to see the movie because that'd be bad. And then they told us we'd go to hell if we saw it. And then when I was an adult, I finally got to see it, and I was like, "This is amazing!" And also, there's nothing wrong in here. This is all. It's all. Anyway, I'll stop there. But it's a really good movie. You should check it. If you haven't seen the movie or read the book, check it out. It's really good.
Yeah.
Well, Never Again says The Hobbit was
Hobbit.
life-changing for him.
Oh,
Yeah,
Or-
that's good.
I'm
That's
not
a good one.
I love The Hobbit.
yeah,
It was
Yeah.
also a favorite book of mine.
yeah, for sure. Linda, did you say what your favorite book was?
No,
Okay, you don't have to.
it's Misery.
Oh, good one.
Ooh.
Good
I,
one.
I saw the movie.
The movie
Yeah.
is so not as the book.
Yeah, it's not. Stephen King adaptations are always hit or miss, but my homegirl Kathy Bates rocked in that film.
She's great in just about everything she's done.
She always fantastic.
Yeah.
And she's from Memphis. Oh yeah.
Memphis.
Yeah, sorry, just have to shout it out.
What is
Memphis,
she's what?
Tennessee.
She's from my city. She's from
Okay.
Memphis,
Oh,
Tennessee.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Julie Robert X says hi.
Hi, Robert X. I can't see the chat. Hi.
All right, here we go. I'm going to spin it.
Do it.
Okay.
Cats. Okay.
Oh,
I'm assuming not the film or the musical, because, but
No.
that
Either
musical
way.
is a lot of fun if you're like 8 years old. It's a lot of fun if you're a kid. It's not so much later on, but
Either
that's
way
my
you want to
opinion.
go with it.
Cats are awesome and dogs are awesome.
Yes, and cats are fantastic.
Cats are our overlords.
oh yeah.
Oh, I wish I had it to hand. I have a great cat joke, but I can't remember the whole thing without reading it.
You don't own the cat owns you.
Yeah, cats pick you. I've gotten all of my cats have just shown up and been like, "Oh, hi, I live here now." I'm like, "Great."
Doorknob Head says, eoSam is 1, sitting, and 2, spinning.
Yep.
Oh my god, that show produced so many lame catchphrases. Actually, I don't even know if that was originally one of. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of. Never mind. My brain is all over the place today.
I've owned, or the cat owned me. I've owned one cat, I guess I could say, or the cat owned me. Either way.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I named the cat Peter P, which is for Peter bread and peas, green peas,
Mm-hmm.
because it was winter and I had went to bed and woke up the next morning, and it was a weekend, so it was Sunday. I didn't have to work, so I figured, oh, I'll go to the store and pick up some things that I need for the house, right? So I go to leave my back door. I have a front door and a back door. I could have gone out either directions, but I went out the back door, and I opened there's an inside door and then an outside storm door. So you have to open the inside door first and then open the storm door. to get outside. So I opened the inside door, and there was this cat sitting there in between the two doors. I have no idea how that cat got in between the two doors. She it was a she must have somehow gotten in prior to the snow that had fallen, because the snow had drifted and blown and covered the whole, almost half of the storm door. So
Oh, man.
there was nobody getting in. There was no cat getting in at that point. So I let the cat in. And she was running around making a lot of noise, like ran, 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 making cat noises like crazy. I was like, what's this cat up to? And then finally I just says, let me see if I had something to eat. I looked in the refrigerator. All I had was pita bread, which is non-leavened bread, and peas and some frozen green peas. So I took the frozen green peas, I thawed them out, and I took bits of pita bread and I mixed it together and I put it in a bowl and she ate the whole thing. And I said, you know what? I'm going to call you Pita P. And that's what I called her that. But she died on me because she ate a poisoned mouse.
Oh.
She used to go out and catch mice and bring them back, and she would offer them to me, and I would go, oh, thank you. I would thank her, but I would give it back to her, and she would go out. So I didn't eat it. That was like a thing that we did.
That's very normal.
And then one day I'm walking around the neighborhood and I see signs, little Post-it signs, little red signs that say, this area has been rat poisoned. And I'm like, uh-oh, I hope the cat doesn't get a poisoned mouse. And then the next day, sure enough. And she died. At least she died in my apartment in a nice, comfortable way. And I was able to take her out back and bury her and give her some, give her a proper burial. And once I did that, but to see, the thing was, when I had to move from the apartment, and I was moving to Arizona at the time. I was moving where I'm at now. And I was thinking, how am I going to transport this cat? I really don't have enough money to transport the cat. So I didn't know what I was going to do with her. And then she died. And I was like, well, it's like it was a double-edged sword for me, because I didn't have to worry about finding her a home or having someone nice to take care of her. But she died, and I was very sad over that. But she was a great cat. And I think she chose the house, and I don't know how she got in between those two doors, but
it's because cats, they defy the laws of physics, seemingly.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I found the joke, but I don't know if it's appropriate now. It's a very sad story. All right,
I know. I broke the levity.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? We'll bring it with all respect to your cat. We'll to Peta P. We'll go with it. All right. So
maybe it's what she would have wanted.
Yeah. A German Shepherd, Doberman, and a cat have died. All three are faced with God, who wants to know what they believe in. The German Shepherd says, I believe in discipline, training, and loyalty to my master. Good, said God. Then sit down on my right side. Doberman, what do you believe in? Asked God. The Doberman answers, I believe in love, care, and protection of my master. Ah, said God, you may sit to my left. Then he looks at the cat and asks, and what do you believe in? And the cat answers, I believe you're sitting in my seat.
Good one. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's for sure.
That was given to me by a former coworker, because we were both cat people.
Mhm.
and that's pretty appropriate. I would.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Another spin.
Yeah.
Cars.
Both of our cars went down at the same time.
Wow.
My poor 78-year-old father, who was a mechanic in the Army, had to come out, and it was it was so frustrating because what was wrong with my car? We looked in the manual, and junk shop did the thing it said to do 3 times, and nothing. The engine wouldn't even turn over. And my dad comes out and does exactly the same thing, and it starts just fine, and it's been fine ever since. Yeah, and then junk shop's car needed a new battery, so we got that taken care of too, which dad helped me install because I used to know how to install batteries, but they're in weirder places now in some of the cars.
Wow.
That's it. It's not a very interesting story. It was just it was just like, seriously, one more thing.
Well, I have a car, but I rarely use it.
Hmm.
I just hop on my bicycle. That's it. I don't drive my car around. I haven't driven my car in, I guess, good half a year, 6-7 months.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm not much of a car person, you know.
There's
Well, I hate cars.
technically,
I
yeah,
hate them. I hate them. I hate
too.
car seats. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Because I got a bad back, so it's motorcycles all the way.
My city technically has public transit, but it can take you a good 4 to 8 hours to go about 10 miles. So it's very difficult to get around without a car.
Wow, forget that.
Yeah, it's one of the worst things about our infrastructure. Is the buses here are terrible.
There's no public transportation here where I live. The only place in Arizona where there is public transportation is in Phoenix. That's it. So if you don't have a car or a motorcycle or a bicycle or something, you're not going anywhere, and everything is at least 5 miles away. Everything.
Yeah,
Like
you've
when
been strictly out of luck.
if I need to go to the store, I get on my bicycle. It's like a 10-mile trek.
Oh wow, that's
Well,
good.
someone in this group has got us all beat.
Who?
Microraptor claims to have a TARDIS.
Aha,
Yeah, in chat.
What do you have?
a TARDIS. Time and
Relative
relative
dimension.
dimension in space.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. It's
It's
sorry.
a
It took me a
Doctor Who
second.
joke.
My Doctor Who is not as good as it used to be.
Okay.
It's been a
It
minute.
was a Doctor Who joke, so yeah.
I do. I love Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, there's a really good song that Amanda Palmer did that was inspired by Doctor Who called the chorus is "We're all bigger on the inside."
Mhm.
It's really good.
Nice.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I don't like cars. I find them boring. So, yeah,
I definitely don't like paying for them.
yeah.
My dream is to live somewhere where I don't need one. But I still have to get out. My parents live a good 45 minutes away by car, and the buses actually don't go that far, so I have to
Okay.
still need it for now.
Yeah.
Someday, maybe not. Ooh, there was a a dark lining to that thought that I didn't really think about until I said it. Anyway, moving on.
Grumpy Lobster says, my cat stole my car and wrecked it running from the cat cops.
It wasn't Toonces, the driving cat? Oh. He can drive, just not very well.
Somebody say spin.
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 Favorite store? What's your favorite store?
Party City during Halloween season.
Oh,
When they used to be around, it was Radio Shack, the electronic section.
Oh, nice. Oh, I remember Radio Shack.
When they used to have all the individual electronic components,
Mm-hmm.
spent hours in there.
the fish
Yeah, me
store
too.
or the bookstore?
Yeah, I
Bookstore
do.
for me.
Yeah, bookstores too. Love them. That we've only got like 2 left in Memphis, which maybe 3, but yeah, it's bad.
I went to Radio Shack a few years ago looking for a fan. I needed to replace a fan in a computer, and Radio Shack was the closest thing that I thought would have a fan, right? So I go to Radio Shack and I say, "Listen, I need a fan for a computer. Do you have anything?" They go, "Oh yeah, let me show you the fans we have." And I was like, "Okay." And this woman starts showing me these little teeny weeny like 5 millimeter fans. I'm like, these are really too small. I need something that's about 120 millimeters. And she says to me, well, the 120 millimeters are very slow. This one is only 5 millimeters, and it's really, 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 really fast. It's like,
The point is
yeah,
going slow.
thanks for that one. And then I said, okay, forget about the fans. Do you have a PS2 adapter? They said, sure. So the girl goes in the back. She comes out with a PlayStation 2 adapter. I was like, no. I mean a PS2 mouse adapter for the PS2 connection on the back of a computer. What's that? She says to me. I says it's an adapter to adapt a USB mouse to a PS2 connection. Do you have anything like that? Sorry, don't know what that is. So I was like, okay, thank you. See you later. And I left.
Yeah, wow, that's bizarre.
Yeah, it was really bizarre. But that was when that was just before Radio Shack went out of business. And I used to love Radio Shack. So that's my favorite store too, Amiga.
All right, was that everybody?
I think so.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, here we go. Next. Spinning.
Spin.
Then they're bullshit.
UFOs.
I'm done. They're bullshit.
Both.
Oh, although unless you see like something flying that you can't identify, that is yes, technically
Yeah.
an unidentified
UFO.
flying object.
I've
But
seen
Doesn't mean
plenty
it's
of them.
space aliens. Yes.
I've seen plenty of things flying around that I couldn't identify.
Yeah.
But you say when somebody hears the word UFO, they think aliens immediately, and they think like green goblins and flying
Yeah,
saucers, and
Yeah.
But that's because of the culture we live in the United States.
Well,
And-
it's also
Okay.
interesting because I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's also the situation where most people encounter the term UFO we rarely hear the phrase in any context where it does not mean aliens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think it's interesting that as technology changed and as excuse me, and as um well, and as the culture changed, because it used to be people would get abducted by the fairies, right? And
Okay.
now it's very not as many people believe in fairies anymore, but more people believe in extraterrestrial life, so
Yeah.
they get abducted by aliens. I think it's
Yeah.
just interesting. It's basically the same story but different culprit.
Yeah. So I
Pretty
do
much.
think that there are life on other planets, but we haven't been visited by them. I
Yeah.
don't think.
Well, Richard Madsen would say different.
We would beg to differ, yes. You
But
would.
it's all in the future, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he could be right, someday.
Yes, he could be right. But he could also be wrong. It's the flip side of the coin, you know? Hey, I saw a UFO the other night. I couldn't explain what it was.
Mhm.
It was a flashing. I was the middle of the night and I'm looking up. I'm outside having a cigarette because I smoke outside. I don't smoke in the house because of reasons. But I'm looking out and I see this, like, it looks like a star, but it starts twinkling and it's twinkling red and green and blue and white. Red and green and blue and white. And I'm like, wow, that's an interesting looking star. And then it starts moving. And it's moving very slowly. And I noticed it just peeked right under a house. I'm like, well, that's an interesting thing for a star to be doing. I was like, well, what do you do? What do you do with that kind of thing? So I was like,
Hmm.
what do you do with that?
It's an unidentified flying thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
I joked once that I saw an UOP, an unidentified orbiting planet. 'Cause I
Nice.
noticed that I knew it was a planet, but I didn't know which one.
There you go.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Could be a satellite. Yes, it could. Never again.
That's actually
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking when you were talking about the different colors. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
that sounds satellitey to me. Satellitey? That's not a word.
Satellite? New
Wow.
word.
Yes, it is now.
Oh no.
Like a junk shoppy.
Yeah,
Are you feeling satellitey?
I'm very satellitey today.
Oh, we love you, Julie.
Thank you. I know, but thank you. I love you all too.
Spin?
Yes.
Spin.
Drink without a hair, please.
Exercise. It sucks. I hate
What
it.
the hell is that?
Everyone's favorite activity.
I hate it.
What?
We have a sign in our kitchen that says, "Did you take your meds, eat, and exercise or work out?"
Mm.
And I always get the first two. That third one though,
You just run out of time, huh?
I just like sitting on my couch.
Yeah.
This is kind of an exercise, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we have free weights that I sometimes use because I've got arms like a Berlin butcher's wife for some reason. But I don't know. I hate exercising so much. I wish I liked it. I know there are people who genuinely enjoy it, and I wish I was one of them, but I am not.
Exercise.
And enjoy it.
You enjoy it?
And a bit sometimes, but it's not fun.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Yeah,
good
a
for
little.
you. Yeah.
Like yippee, exercise, yippee.
Well, and it reduces stress.
Yeah.
It's good for the mental health. you know. I just-
Yeah.
So is masturbation.
That's true. So is
Oh, yeah.
masturbation. Yes, that is very true.
That could be
And-
considered
Yeah,
exercise.
Yeah.
that counts as exercise.
I prefer to get my cardio by doing something that yields results. You know, like if I'm, you know,
Well, if you ain't doing
cleaning.
it right,
Well,
No, I just mean like if I'm cleaning or immediately foreseeable results. I know, like exercise over time. Yes, I would be thinner, and that would be nice,
Yeah.
and I'd be more limber, and that's also nice for a lot of reasons. But
and it is the TMI show. So have you all masturbated today?
not yet,
Okay.
which
I
might
didn't
be why
expect you to answer.
I'm
Wait,
kind of in a bummer mood right now. So maybe I
excuse
should.
me, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Just joking.
No, that's fantastic, man.
And to multitask?
Ah,
I used to exercise like crazy. I was really in great shape when I was younger, and I picked it back up only because of depression,
mhm.
and it actually helped me through depression.
Yeah,
So
it's very helpful.
Yeah.
it did a lot of things physiologically and psychologically
Mhm.
that helped me to get out of my own depression. So
Mhm.
there's really a lot of benefits to exercise, but I understand the obstacles that are involved. So it's not something everyone wants to do, you know.
No, I think for me, it's the problem is there's an unfortunate uh, memory and psychological tie to it for me because I was always the fat kid in class. I was, so I was the one who would like, and whenever we had to do the annual fitness tests at school, I always came in dead last, never picked for teams for anything, except for dodgeball. I kicked ass at dodgeball for some reason, but we still did that back then. It was fine. Um, yeah. So, but yeah, I think I just have I have a lot of negative associations of
Mm,
being bullied and all that stuff with it. And then I tried to go to a gym and there's so many mirrors and I'm like, I don't want to see myself from all these angles. I don't
Yeah.
what is happening, and everybody's skinny at the gym. There's nobody like me at a gym. It's just like, or at least not one I've been to. So I don't know.
right. I find that kind of odd.
Me too. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I would expect to find very fit people at a gym because they're going to a gym. But aren't there people like just starting to get fit? Where are they? Like,
Yeah,
'cause I never see them.
there's a very askew balance
Hmm.
to the people attending and the people helping.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
And I,
but
you know, I don't
so
know.
I ride my bicycle, and it's bicycling is great exercise,
It
especially
is.
if you have like back issues or other issues where you can't put stress on your body. Swimming is another good one, but
Yes.
yes,
bicycle,
swimming.
swimming, and
I.
bicycle.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I was gonna say I actually do enjoy swimming. That is the one thing I actually like to do. I just I don't have a pool or access to a pool, rather.
Yeah. Well, we had a pool, but it collapsed
Oh,
a
that's right. You talked
couple
about
of
that.
weeks ago, and
Yeah.
yeah, there was a storm and something happened, and it collapsed. I think it was lightning, but I'm not exactly sure exactly what happened. But the pool was fine. It was just that the one side collapsed. So instead of rebuilding it, we gave it away.
Sure.
Someone came and we put an ad in the local community like bulletin board,
Hmm.
and that same day someone came and hauled it away.
Nice.
So there you go.
I tried running once. Not like one time, but I tried to start running,
Uh-huh.
but I was 33 when I tried to start running, having
Yeah.
almost like, except for, like I said, the fitness tests at school that happen like once a year, after pretty much never being a runner. And I kind of destroyed my knees a little bit. So I can't, I cannot run anymore. Yeah. Because apparently you can't just start doing that. You have to work up to it. No one told me I didn't know.
Yeah, you have to build up slowly.
Yeah.
Because I used to run all the time, and then I'd smoke afterwards, which was
Yeah,
pretty
right?
kind of
That's like in Stranger Things when the bully guy is like he's doing arm curls with weights and he's smoking at the same time, and I was like, that is the most 80s thing I've ever seen. Like, absolutely.
I would jog. I would jog like 10 miles and then get home and crack open a pack of cigarettes and stuff.
So weird. We are strange creatures.
But I had a habit of doing it from the military. When I got out of the military, I kept getting up every morning and doing what I did when I was in the military. It took me years to realize, hey, you don't have to do this.
Well, it was a good habit, though. I'm sure it was good for your heart.
Well, I don't know, but that's what I did.
Yep.
All right, let's try another one.
Spin.
Let's hide that. And 1, 2, 3, spin.
Yeah, I'm laid off. It sucks. Moving
Lost
on.
them.
I have virtually no income. It's awesome. I'm gonna mute myself now.
Yeah, I'm don't have a job right now. So, but I'm going to an interview on Monday, so hopefully.
Oh, for what?
Yay!
Yeah,
I hope it goes well.
yeah, thank you.
Great.
Is there something you like to do?
I have studied IT, so I would like a job in that. So this one is in a supermarket, so not what I would want to work at, but it's a job. So yeah.
Right.
I've worked in supermarkets before, so I know what to do, and like it's a job I know how to do.
Well, I just quit an IT job, and I was employed. I had 2 positions in the same place: graphic artist and IT. I quit the IT job, and I'm still doing the graphics job, but I can do the graphics job from home, and I'm salaried, so it doesn't matter. I can work 20 hours a week or 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week or 10 hours a week. I still get paid the same.
Oh, that's the dream.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Like, I haven't done anything this week at all, but they still have to pay me. That's not my fault.
I mean, no, as long as you're finishing your projects on time,
Yeah.
they can't. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. All my projects are finished. And the IT guy, the boss who was in head of the IT department, broke the printer again. It's like, what are you doing? The
Like,
guy's
dude, this is
you're supposed to
What
fix the
kind of an
printer.
your
IT
job.
guy are you?
And I have to make a trip to go and fix the printer just so I could get my graphics done.
God. Right.
That's why I quit the IT job. I says, this guy is a loony. He's a man. He's cuckoo.
I keep getting recommended for IT jobs. And I'm like, no, I'm a technical writer. That's different. I can't
Yeah.
code. I can't deal with software. I can't fix a broken printer, but I'm self-aware enough to know all of these things. So I'm like, you don't want me for that. I can't. I mean, if I went back to school, maybe, but yeah.
They're different skills, so yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly, Microraptor. That's a different skill set. But for some reason, they see that word technical in the job hunt, and I get all kinds of weird stuff. Anyway, not the point.
Lost
Maybe
money.
see a tech and then tech rider or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I have a question. Has
Hmm.
has anybody ever found lost money?
I have.
Yes.
Cool. What happened?
Me or Amiga?
Sam, because you said it first.
Oh, okay. This happened to me while I was in the service, which I don't know. There's a lot of things happened to me in the service, but yeah, I was on a cleanup detail for a tank range where we all piled into a truck, which is called a quarter ton in service. It's just a big truck with a canvas tarp over it. Everyone gets in and they drive us around to the different places on the ranges, and we clean up all the crap that was blown up and anything that's not supposed to be on the ground. We clean it all up and then bring it to the dump. So everybody's in the truck and we're going back to our the barracks. Well, the motor pool, then the barracks, but first we're going back to the motor pool, and I see this MRE bag that's called a meal ready to eat. They come in bags, and I see this bag. So I pick this bag up and I look inside it, and there's a wallet inside. I'm like, what's this? So I took it and I put it in my cargo pants pocket, right? So we get to the motor pool, and there's this guy. He says, "Hey, I lost my money. I lost my money. I lost my wallet." And just prior to going out, we all had just gotten paid, so we're all like bucks up. Everyone had all their money on them.
Right.
And I said, "Oh, this guy, all his money." And the guy's going, "Yeah, there was a lot of money in there, and I can't find it or nothing." And he's like really going frantic. And that day it was raining like crazy all day. So everyone was wearing their ponchos. And then it stopped raining. Right. And I said, "Oh, I'm going to take my poncho off and roll it up." And everybody sort of heard me. And I just took that wallet, put it in the poncho, rolled the poncho up, stuck the poncho on to my web belt where it should go, wrapped it up, tied it on, secured, right? This guy starts going, we gotta look for this guy's wallet. The sergeant of the detail says we gotta go and backtrack. I'm like, oh shit, this guy's gonna run us all over post looking for a wallet that I have. And I'm going to help him look. I says, oh man, this is getting really messy. Right. So I says, oh, well, what am I going to do? Right. Because I had designs of keeping it. Right.
Oh yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
And if I sounded judgy, I am a little bit.
Well, that's okay. But to make a long story short or shorter,
Much shorter.
The sergeant in charge of the detail decides he's going to search everybody, right? So everybody's taking off their ponchos, putting their poncho on the dirty ground, and putting all their stuff on the poncho, right? I'm like, yo, I'm not doing that, Sarge. I says, I just rolled up my poncho. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking my poncho and putting it on the dirty ground and putting all my stuff. He says, okay, just put it all on the Jeep. So I went and I took off all my gear. I start putting everything on the Jeep. I put everything on the Jeep. He walks over to the Jeep. After he frisked me, he walked over to the Jeep. He starts touching everything and feeling everything. Then he turns around and goes, okay, get out of here, Samuelson. That's my last name, by the way. So I took off. I was like, because if I had gotten caught, it would have been shit to pay. But They didn't find the wallet. I still had the wallet. And then hours later, after we got back to the barracks, everybody was settled in. Somebody, I don't know who it was, from the unit came to our room and said, "Hey, we're taking donations for Joe for the money he lost. Does anybody, want to give up some money?" So I went into his money and I took $40 of his own money and gave it back. And this haunts me to this day of what I did to this guy. And then the week afterwards, he went AWOL and we never saw him again.
Oh shit.
So I don't know what
I mean,
happened to the guy.
Yeah. I mean, you can't know if those two things were connected. But
I don't know, but I feel terrible. Every time I tell that story, I feel terrible.
I'm sorry.
And I wish I could somehow make amends, but there's just no way. And
Yeah.
I could ever make amends for that lost money.
Mm.
It's
Hey.
a terrible story, man. I'm sorry.
Well, I think we're both bringing the downer stories today. Amiga Nuts, what's your story? And please let it be happier.
Oh, mine was just like, I found a wallet, brought it to my dad, and my dad took me to the house that he found the address of in the wallet, and we gave it back. And I think I got candy for it.
Oh, that was nice to do that. Some positive reinforcement. All right, let's spin that thing.
Hamburgers.
I approve.
Yeah.
I love me some
Yeah,
hamburgers.
I like hamburgers.
Swiss cheese hamburgers.
Ooh, nice.
Is there anyone who doesn't like hamburgers?
Or pizza burgers. I love pizza burgers.
I've never had a
I've
pizza.
never tried it.
Hey,
I never heard of that.
how do
What's a pizza burger?
It's a burger
Huh?
with pizza sauce on it and mozzarella cheese.
Oh,
Cool.
I worked at a pizzeria where we would make a hamburger pizza. So instead of the pizza sauce, they'd use mustard, and they'd use grated cheddar instead of mozzarella, and then beef on top and onion.
that sounds
It's
good.
kind of the opposite of what Amiga Nuts was talking about.
Yeah.
They both sound good.
Yeah, they do. I'm getting hungry. All right.
I really like halloumi burgers. Instead of the meat, you have this halloumi cheese. I eat meat, but it's like fun to try vegetarian sometimes. And that is
Yeah.
really tasty.
Yeah, I don't I don't eat as much red meat as I used to because it's bad for me. So I'll take I like a decent garden burger. They're they can be hard to find, but the good ones are good.
Anybody ever have a shiitake mushroom burger?
Oh no, but
I
that's
haven't.
oh,
That sounds
It's just mushroom. There's no meat in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of good for vegetarians or vegans.
yeah. And shiitakes have that nice like the mushrooms have they're kind of fleshy, so the texture wouldn't be
Yeah.
that off.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. I think we'll go for another spin.
Oh, oxtails.
Fish.
I also love to eat fish. And we
Yeah,
keep fish.
it's yummy.
We don't eat the ones we keep, to be very clear. I don't know. A couple of mine, let's just say if I caught them here, I wouldn't have to throw them back. But there, but I'm not. No, I would never.
They're hors d'oeuvres.
I had a cat and I was little, and I also had fish. And one of these fish once jumped out of the aquarium, and the cat was sort of like, "What the fuck just happened? And where did I come from?" And luckily, we managed to save the fish before the cat got to it. But yeah,
Oh, good. Well done. Yeah, we had three early on in our fish keeping days. We had three suicidal goldfish that just jumped right out the tank and landed on the windowsill behind the tank, and we were not home. So when we came home to three dead fish, it was very sad.
I want to be a cod and jump up. Or no, salmon. Salmon. I meant salmon. I ruined that joke.
Yeah, no, I get you. They wanted to be they wanted to be salmon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was early on and we didn't really know what we were doing. We might have had the water too warm because goldfish are cold water fish. I don't know. But something made them want to investigate beyond the tank, and that was not a good idea.
We all like to explore sometimes.
I love the, what is that? Lox,
Oh gosh, yes,
bagels and lox.
yeah, bagels and lox with cream cheese
cheese, and onions,
and capers.
and capers.
Lux. Like Lux, LAX. That's salmon in Swedish.
It's salmon.
Yeah, it's Yiddish.
Salmon.
It's salmon. Yeah, it's smoked salmon, and it's so
Yes,
good.
smoked salmon. Yeah. That,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
that is yummy.
it's delicious.
It's the best.
Delicious. All right. I think we're done with fish.
Spin.
Yeah.
And clearly, we're all hungry.
Yeah.
Bees.
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 Bees. That's something Math Pig knows a lot about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I have
brain bug.
And
I have
brain
a
bug.
I have a fun bee story, kind of.
Oh, I
All right.
once put
It'll-
my hand on a bee.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
that's no good.
Nope.
We were camping, and I had set my soda down. I was drinking out of a can. Set my soda down, turned away to do something else. Came back, took a swig of my soda, and it felt like cellophane, like a candy wrapper, was in my mouth. And I was like, "Wow," and I spit it out into my hand, and it was a bee, and it was the wings that had felt like that. And luckily, luckily for me, unluckily for the bee, it had died in my soda, so it was dead. So, but later that day, there were a bunch of bees were around us while we were trying to eat, and a friend of mine who's terrified of insects in general shouted, "Julie, eat the bees!" That became a thing. Julie, eat the bees. And I was like, okay.
A bee eater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did not comply with her request. But it was very funny.
Bee in Swedish is bee, so bi, and also bisexual is like in English often shortened to bi. So yeah, sometimes there's puns about that.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
It's
Julie,
the
eat the
same in
bee could mean
Danish.
something very different. There.
Yeah.
Is anyone afraid of bees?
I get a little
Slowly
nervous.
raise his hand.
Slowly raise it.
We can't
One of
see
my
that.
nieces is exceedingly allergic to bees, and she and a couple of other things. She has to carry an EpiPen with her everywhere she goes. So that has made me more wary of bees than I used to be. Just like being with her when she was little and always having to keep an eye out for bees. But I myself am not.
Well, my brother-in-law, I used to work with him when I lived in New York City. He also moved out here to Arizona, but I used to work with him in the furniture factory when I used to build furniture when I lived in New York, and all we had to do was say "bee," and he would go running. He would like flail his arms and so like try and keep the bees off of him, and he would just run. And every time, if someone said "oh, bee," he would just freak out and start running around the shop
That
trying
sounds
to
like
get.
a full-on phobia.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, yeah, it was bad. Same with mice.
I'm
Same
sorry.
thing.
I don't mean to laugh at someone's fear. Those are very real things. It's just that struck me.
Yeah.
But well, it was definitely real to him. But
Yeah.
to anyone looking from the outside in, it's just kind of irrational, you know.
Yeah.
But you can't say that to someone who's going through it, you know.
Well, I mean, the definition of a phobia is an irrational fear.
Yeah. The person
So-
probably knew that it is irrational.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I mean, my niece who is highly allergic to bees, she has good reason to be nervous about bees.
Yeah.
And she's, I'm not, I don't know that she's scared of them, but she's very wary of them, and she avoids them.
I think there's a healthy fear and then there's a phobia.
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah, and phobias are tough though.
Yeah, phobias are crippling. Yeah,
yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Recently, I saw a cool insect in my kitchen. It wasn't a bee, but I took a picture of it and sent to Brainbag, and we talked about insects for a while.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm just
Nice.
allergic to anything with pointy things.
Pointy thing.
Anything with stingers, anything.
Yeah.
Now, I do get I am very unnerved by wasps, and I think it's because they can sting you multiple times, and that's what freaks me out about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it
Um,
the same way.
Yeah, and I try to calm down and like act like a freaking grown up when a wasp is near, but I don't. I never succeed. I'm always like ah! like that. So it's unfortunate.
Well, I have this kind of this thing. I don't know what I would call it, but I look at it like, well, they're this little creature. Mostly, insects are very tiny compared to me.
Yeah.
So I have very little fear of anything that's very tiny.
Mhm.
So I just sit there. I let them fly up to me, and usually they just go away, and I don't do anything to them.
Yeah,
And I figure they're so little. If they came up to me and decided they were going to do something, I would just snuff them out. You know.
yeah. Well, and actually, with wasps, that's exactly what you're supposed to do: is nothing, and then they'll go away.
Yeah.
They will go about their
Right.
business. If
So,
you
yeah.
flail around and freak out, then they might think you're a threat, and then they'll sting
Right.
you.
And generally, that's what occurs. If a bee comes near me, I ignore them,
Yeah.
or I observe what they're doing, and then they just usually fly away.
Yeah, bees, I don't mind.
But I learned that when I spent a year in the desert, in the Mojave Desert, with the service again, and I was taught if you feel something, don't do this. Don't immediately react, because it could be deadly. You could and wind up getting yourself killed because of your reaction.
Yeah, don't they have some fairly deadly scorpions there?
Oh yeah, scorpions, rattlesnakes, and a few other things. But the first thing to do when you feel something, instead of reacting to that feeling, is just to look to see what it is first. Just a word of advice. Don't react. First observe. Then you can react.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've got about 4 minutes left.
Let's do
Okay.
one quick one.
One more. All right, here we go. The last one. Here we go.
Come on, spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Kitchen gadgets.
Kitchen gadgets.
If we're talking
Can
like
opener.
favorite kitchen gadgets, for me, it's a
Open.
toss up between my my
Corkscrew.
coffee. Yeah, I was gonna say my coffee pot and my corkscrew. Yeah, those are my two. Those are my two favorite ones. My
I'd
coffee
have to
pot
say,
is amazing.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a ninja.
French
it's-
press. French press.
Oh,
French
I have a French press. Yes.
Yeah, I love that too.
I
I'm
love my French press.
I just have a mocha master.
Those are good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I think Amiga said can opener, didn't he?
Yes.
Oh,
That is
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Gotta get into those cans.
yes, you do.
Yeah.
I'm a practical type of guy.
Yeah.
He wants to open those cans, baby.
Robert X says elephant squeezers.
Squeezes. What's that?
Yeah, they usually have the opening thing.
Elephant squeezer.
You can open it.
Yeah, I got 2 of those.
I don't know what that is.
I don't have any of those. I don't even know what that is
What are we
either.
talking about?
I mean cans. The cans usually have something, the thing that you pull up and. You
Oh,
open
a
it.
tab on the cans. Yeah.
Yeah, tab. Yeah.
Yeah, some do. It just depends. Yeah.
Well,
And when that tab breaks off, can opener.
Can
Yeah.
opener. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
that.
Then it's,
remember the keys that used to come with? There was certain cans that have keys.
Yeah, like a sardine cans.
Yeah.
And you could roll it back.
sardine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that? You put the key and you twist the thing. Do they still do that?
Well, I don't know. They did when I worked in a pizzeria. Because every once in a
don't know.
while,
Never seen that.
somebody wants anchovies on a pizza, so we had anchovy cans like that.
Haven't
As
had
long as it's not pineapple.
As long as it's not pineapple.
Oh, can you imagine? Oh, that's like the worst combination ever: anchovies and pineapple. Oh god.
Oh.
I mean, I can deal with the stinky little fish to an extent, but oh, mm-mm.
That's I'm a traditionalist when it comes to pizza. So
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we had a good session with the wheel on this show.
Yeah, this was fun.
But I'm going to try and come and incorporate some of these other ideas that I had, and we'll see if we can make this a little more interesting. If not a little more exciting in some ways, but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to have Linda next time have to be the first one to go.
Right.
And then everybody has to try and stump Linda.
Oh, okay.
That sounds good.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm so hungry from all the food talk.
I know. My God.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's wrap this up. Sorry. I love you guys. Oh, wow.
Where'd Linda go?
Yeah.
She's there. She just,
One's
she
naked.
just
Oh, she's.
she,
Oh, my.
He's in his
Oh,
birthday suit.
my.
His birthday suit. Well, is that it? We're gonna wrap it up or what?
yeah, let's
Yep.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Linda. I'm telling you what to do on your own show. I'm so bossy.
Oh, by the way, I wanna let you guys know that this picker wheel is You can find it on I don't know why this one. Here it is. Pickerwheel.com. And it's very versatile. It has a lot of features to it. And if you're
Whoa.
interested in using this, just go on over to pickerwheel.com
Dun, dun, dun.
Get yours today.
and you can set up your own picker wheel for whatever you like.
Yep.
That is fun.
Yes. So, thank you all for being here.
Thanks for inviting us.
And all. And thank you to the chat. Thank you to my patrons. Who is? Oh, I haven't got my scroll. I have to find my patrons. Morten Nelson, Greg Hardwick, Robert X, and Julie Lavoie.
Oh,
Yeah. About it. Join Junk Shop in little under half an hour for Mental Health Thursdays.
Yes, please do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I will.
fully endorse that.
I'll be there.
100%.
I'm biased.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
completely biased.
And for good reason.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.